All right, this one's really quick. It is dimensional analysis, but this is probably the most important method for problem solving that you will use in chemistry or physics or anything like that. Because if your units work out, you probably did the problem correctly, right? All your units need to cancel out to your final unit. That's what dimensional analysis is. So it's when we use equalities as conversion factors. So equalities being like, I'm just going to give you an example. 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. If we want to use it as a conversion factor, the conversion factor looks like this: 1 inch over 2.54 centimeters, or you can write it the other way. You can write it whatever way you need to in order to use it as a conversion factor. So then we'll use either this one or this one to make sure that our units cancel out. Now, when I'm talking about units canceling out, that means that you need units that you need to go away. You need to have one on top and one on bottom, so they cancel out. So we're going to do example number 1 here together. Anytime I give you a conversion thing or a stoichiometry thing for that matter, you want to start with the number in the problem. Now, if there's multiple numbers in the problem, you want to start with the one that has like a singular unit or is an amount of something like grams or milliliters or something like that. In this case, I only have one number, so I'm going to start with 2.5 pints over 1. Okay, so you didn't even have to read the problem. I know I got to start with that number. Okay. Now, I want to convert it into liters. So my goal is to get it to liters. Now, I don't know how many pints are in a liter off the top of my head. I do know how many pints are in a quart and how many quarts are in a gallon. There's 2 pints in a quart. There's 4 quarts in a gallon. So there's 8 in a gallon. So I'm going to convert to gallons first. Okay. I know that there are 8 pints in 1 gallon. Now, I put it this way because I want my pints to cancel out, right? I have a pints on top, so I need pints on bottom in the next conversion factor so that when I multiply everything out, this unit and this unit cancel out and I would end up in gallons. Now, I don't want gallons, I want liters. I actually do know that conversion. Now, you guys would never have to have conversions memorized off the top of your head. If you need them, they will be on your equation sheet. But this conversion is that 1 gallon is 3.785 liters. Now this time the 1 is on bottom, and that's just because I needed my gallons to cancel out. So my gallons go away. The only unit I'm left with is liters, which means my final answer is in liters. So when you put this into your calculator, you can just go from left to right, or you can multiply all the stuff on the top and then divide by the 1 on bottom. You should end up with 1.2 liters. I rounded to 2 significant figures because that is what was in the problem, and that's my final answer. So if you can set up so that your units work out, I would always write your units in your work. You should be able to get to the final answer and be like, oh, liters is all I have left. That must mean that I did it correctly.